Okay, this is going to show you how to set up your teacher portal through the Typing Web website. It's very easy to do. In your address bar, you are just going to go to typingweb.com. From here, it's very clear. Teachers start here. You have to set up your account first. So this is your teacher portal sign up. Very easy. Just fill in the information as you go through. I'm actually going to use a different email address because I already have one set up through the school. So to show you how this actually works, to use my school email address wouldn't work, but if I were you, I would definitely use your school email. Type in a password that, of course, you're going to remember, and click sign up. Okay. From here, it takes you to your dashboard. This is where you will control everything on the teacher end of Typing Web. From here, it is very easy to enroll your students. First thing you're going to do is set up your classes. For most of us, we're just going to have one class. They give you a default one as in ungrouped students. If you want to name your class, you can create a new class and just hit save, and then it gives you the name of the class that you want. The next thing from here is going to create or import your student accounts. There are two different ways that you can add students to your dashboard. One is to individually type them in one at a time. So for here, you would use a username for them. I'm going to use my son as an example. If I can spell my last name right. And then create any password that you want for them. Of course, you want it to be something that they can remember. And then if you named your class, you can pick the class that you named. Now the optional fields are for first name and last name and email. I would highly suggest that you at least put in the first and last names. This will help when you go to run the reports. It'll be a little bit easier for you to read those reports. After you get done typing in that information, you just create student account. And oh, my son, I probably have used him before, and so his name already exists. So we'll change it. So it could be possible that you have students in your room that have the same last name as others and the same initial. So actually, I'm just going to put a CJ there. His middle name is J, so we'll do CJ Kiesler. And then we're good. And the student was created successfully. And then you can continue to do those one at a time. Another way you can do it is to just import them from an Excel worksheet. And so if you want to do it that way, many of us make class lists in Excel anyways. Very easy. They give you a sample one to start with. Once you open it, it'll download in the bottom of your screen. You'll just click on it to open it up. Like I said, I get rid of the email one. Don't really find that that's necessary at this point. And then same information. You can just fill in. I'm going to use my other son this time around. Oops. And just going to make up a John Doe here and a Fred Franks. We'll leave that like that. Okay, now here's the important thing. When you go to save it, you have to save it as a CSV value. Right here, and it gives you the directions on how to do that. You go to Save As, select the comma delimited from the format options, and then you're going to upload it. So if I go back to my Excel worksheet and I go to File, Save As, you want to make sure you save it, of course, someplace where you're going to remember where it's at. For me, that's always the desktop when I know I'm going to use it right away. And name it Typing Web, and it automatically comes up as a CSV type, so you should be good to go there. And then hit Save. Alright, yes, I want to keep it in this format. And hopefully this will work. I already saved it. So now you can go to the Select CSV file. You should be able to pull it up from where you saved it at. Import it to whatever class that you have chosen and import it. Okay, and as you can tell, I do have a validation error. It looks like there was already a JDOE in the system. So I would need to go back and correct my file and try it again. So I have found that it is sometimes just easy to put them in one at a time. I can do it just about as quick, but however you want to do it is fine as well. Once you have all your students in Typing Web, this is where you're going to run your reports. This is where you are going to see how much time they're spending on lessons and all that good information. So just up here you have your dashboard, which is your home where you start. Then it lists all your classes. Most of us are only just going to have one class. And then it lists your students. And because my import file didn't work, it just has the one that I entered manually. And then the two that you're probably going to use the most tabs are going to be reports and lessons. The reports, you can go up to the last 40 days all the way up to the whole time you've had your account. So, of course, I'm not going to have anything, but if I go to today, I can select the report that I want. It can just be a detailed report by lesson. It could be a test that they took. It could be how your class has scored that whole week. And it can just be a regular progress summary. You can pick all the students, or you can, if you have different classes, you could pick all of them or just the class that you have, and then you're just going to run the report. And of course it doesn't say that I have anything, but this kind of tells you what will be on a report: the time spent, how many exercises they've completed, the average growth speed, the average accuracy, and the average net speed. And we're going to use the average net speed as our determining factor, as if they have passed the technology standard for keyboarding. Just want to remind you that 3rd grade is 5 words per minute, 4th grade is 10 words per minute, and 5th grade is 15 words per minute, and all of that is with 80% accuracy. You can print the report, or you could export it into an Excel worksheet as well. The other thing that in your teacher portal that you have control over are the lessons. If you would like to assign lessons to your students, you can. Very easy to do. They are broken up into a beginner course, an intermediate course, and down here at the bottom, an advanced course, and then a specialty course. And so if you want to assign lessons, Very easy to do. You just click on the one that you want them to do. I have found that if you just tell the kids to start at home row, you're good to go. They go through it, and you can just tell them when you want them to take a test. If you want to take a test once a month, if you want them to take a test once every 9 weeks, if you want them to take a test at the end of the beginner course, it's truly up to you. Just by the end of the year, the students have to meet those standards, and we want them to be setting goals for themselves as they do that. Other than that, that is all that it is. Like I said, as soon as you get your students in, you're basically done until you want to run a report.